Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video, a very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm gonna talk about the planet Mars. On the 7th of April 2022, the planet Mars will enter the Aquarius sign, the Mool Trikon sign of the planet Saturn. And as you all already know that the planet Saturn is in the Dhanishta Nakshatra. And the lord of the Dhanishta Nakshatra is the planet Mars. So Mars will be in the sign of the planet Saturn, and Saturn is already in the nakshatra of the planet Mars at this point in time. And the planet Mars will be in the Aquarius sign, in Saturn's Mool Trikon sign, in Saturn's powerful sign until 17th of May 2022. This planet Mars represents a lot of things. Basically this planet Mars is a fighter. It represents your stubbornness. It represents a warlike situation. It represents a warrior in you. It represents that fight in you. It represents courage, bravery and confidence. It represents blood and war and weapons. It represents strong-headedness. It represents your stubbornness. It represents your brothers. It represents your male friends. It also represents your friends. It represents revolutions, arms and reforms. It also represents your aggression, your courage, your confidence, your muscular strength and physical strength. So at this point in time, the planet Mars will be in the sign of the planet Saturn. In the month of April, there are three major planets which are gonna change their zodiac sign. The planet Rahu, the north lunar node, will change its sign into the Aries sign. And the planet Jupiter will move into the Pisces sign. And the planet Saturn will move into the Aquarius sign, where Mars will already be there. So these are the three major planets which are gonna change their zodiac signs in the month of April 2022. Seeing the other planetary positions and Mars in the Aquarius sign, I wanna tell you all something today. I wanna tell you all that life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, the things which you don't want will automatically take over. I repeat, that life is a fight for territory. Once you stop fighting for what you want, the things which you don't want in your life will automatically take over. So if you don't fight for your health, you will become unhealthy. If you don't fight for money, you will become poor. If you don't fight for your business will dwindle. If you don't fight for your education, you will remain uneducated. If you don't fight for your relationship, then you will lose that relationship. If you don't fight, then one thing is certain, that you will lose. If you don't fight for where you want to stay, then you won't be able to stay where you want to. So at this point in time, you need to bring out that fight in you. You have to fight for your business at this point in time. You have to fight for your job at this point in time. You have to fight for your career at this point in time. You have to fight for your education at this point in time. You have to fight for your property at this point in time. You have to fight for money at this point in time. So you need to have some fire in your belly at this point in time if you want to survive this particular time. The one thing which you need to keep in mind at this point in time is that you need to stay strong within yourself. You need to stand up within yourself. That means you need to encourage yourself at this point in time. You need to stay strong at this point in time. You may face problems, difficulties, hurdles, obstacles, challenges, barriers in your life at this point in time. But you need to be determined at this point in time. You need to be courageous at this point in time. And you need to make a conscious, deliberate and a determined effort to overcome all those difficulties and challenges you face at this point in time. There is a proverb which says, if there is no enemy inside, then no outside enemy can harm you. You may face several monsters in your life. You may face several demons in your life. You may face several giants in your life. But the most troubling giant, the most troubling demon, the most troubling monster you will meet in your life is the one in you, that is in your mind. So you need to fight that enemy within you, in your mind. Your mind might tell you that you are not good enough for something. Your mind might tell you that you can't do that. Your mind might tell you that you are tired for that. Your mind might tell you that you don't have the talent, skills and abilities to do that particular work. But don't let that mind talk you out of that positive situation. Thank your mind for its opinion and you move forward with your life. You might prove to be your biggest enemy at this point in time. So you need to fight yourself as well at this point in time. You need to fight in every situation at this point in time for what you want in your life. You don't get in life what you want. You get in life what you work for, what you fight for. So make sure you ready yourself for a fight on 7th of April when Mars enters the Aquarius sign. You gotta fight for everything at this juncture in your life. If you don't fight for what you want, then don't cry for something which you lose later on. So that fight within you must continue at this point in time. To create a bright future for yourself, you need to fight at this point in time. You mustn't give up in this life without a fight. During this fight you might win or you might lose. But even if you lose at this point in time, continue fighting. Because sometimes in life you need to lose to win in your life. You need to face defeats and failures in your life. You need to face disappointments in your life before you win in your life. So even if you face failures, defeats and disappointments in your life at this point in time, continue fighting because that win will not elude you finally. You need to fight through some bad days in your life in order to earn some best days in your life. In other words, I want to tell you all that finish the fight. Until and unless you finish the fight, don't leave that fight during this time. That means from 7th of April 2022 until 17th of May 2022, when Mars is in the Aquarius sign. It is better to fight for something than to live for nothing. So whatever goals and dreams you have in your life, you need to fight for them at this point in time. If you want something in your life, then you have to fight for that thing at this point in time. If you want a relationship, if you want a love relationship, then you have to fight for that at this point in time. In other words, you'd be fighting for your future at this point in time. I don't care whatever your problems are. Just face them at this point in time. Fight your problems and difficulties at this point in time. And the important thing is finish your fight at this point in time. All I want you to do, that don't go without a fight at this point in time. Don't give up without a fight at this juncture. And the other thing which I want to tell you at this point in time is that even if you are alone in your life, even if you are lonely in your life, even if you don't have anyone to support you in your fight at this point in time, continue fighting, because only those people who fight alone become stronger in their life. So even if you don't get any sort of support from your relatives, your loved ones, your near and dear ones at this point in time, you need to continue that fight alone. This life doesn't belong to anybody else. You can transfer your life to anybody else because you come into this world alone and you are gonna leave this world alone. So if you are left alone in between birth and death at this point in time, to fight for your destiny, to fight for your future, to fight for a brighter future, then accept that fight gracefully, because the things which will not kill you will make you stronger. A strong person is not the one who doesn't cry. A strong person is the one who sheds a tear for a moment, who cries for some times and then gets up and fights once again. Life is not about how many times you fall down in your life. Life is about how many times you get up in your life. So if life knocks you down at this point in time, get back up and start fighting once again. Don't stay on the ground for too long after you have been knocked down, and get back up once again to start that fight in your life. You mustn't fear fighting at this point in time. Don't let your fear hold you back from your destiny. You need to feel that fear and fight at this point in time. You need to fight anyhow at this point in time. Even if you don't have the money, continue doing that business. Even if you don't have that talent or skill or gift in you to do a particular job, start doing something at this point in time. Even if you are scared, nervous or trembling, continue your fight at this point in time. In this fight at this point in time, you will need to show extreme courage in your life. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting in your life in spite of your fears. So, in spite of your fears, you need to act at this point in time. As you will become a warrior at this point in time, you need to display extreme courage to this world at this point in time. Whether you have the skills, talents, gifts or not, you need to continue fighting at this point in time. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about the planet Mars in the Aquarius sign. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you may contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will not get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to improve your luck in your life, because luck plays a very important factor in the life of human beings. So if you want to improve this thing called luck, then I have several remedies for you. The remedies which I'm talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion, because I believe that there is only one God in this universe. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains. So if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, prosperity, money, business, career, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, etc., 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 then also you can contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence, factory, etc., etc., etc. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you can contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.